Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War campaign. Oh gosh, I don't have the thing on the screen right now. Let's see if I could guess. Isn't it campaign 11 week 8 day 3? I think. But yeah, I don't have it up on the other computer right now. It is being so glacially slow. I can still see chat and everything though. So hello Bill, hello Barbara, hello Isabel, hello Dwight. Oh, there it goes. Finally, gosh. Why is it taking so long? We're almost there. We're like 2 clicks away. But anyways, hello Bill, hello Barbara, hello Isabel, hello Dwight, hello Genki, hello Sushi Ninja, hello Isabel, hello Genki, hello, I already said that, hello Daddy Shark, hello Roman, hello Tyrion, hello Logic Slayer, hello Andrew, hello hello Lester, hello German Shepherd, hello Supernova, and hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, hopefully that will open any moment now. But anyways, so today, as far as what we're going to be doing, we of course have the Whitehelm pet. I do not actually need this. However, anyone that does, definitely make sure to go and pick it up. Just a bunch of bonus for Whitehelm Kingdom. If you want it for some more pet food, you can also do it for that, of course, as well. As far as our main goal, one thing we definitely want to make sure we do between today or tomorrow is do the Legends Reborn event. Just to get this out of the way, we have a Vault event going on this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you can get this done before then, just so you don't have to do it then. There are still gnomes that will appear during a Vault event weekend. However, it's a good idea to get it out of the way now, so you don't have to end up doing it later. One other thing that's pretty relevant for, and I guess we'll actually end up starting since we don't have any other like Guild War or anything else since that was last week. But one event we do, of course, also have is the standard World event. As far as how the order goes for this, you want to prioritize taking the circles, and then from there it's just rarity order, with Zephyrus being the worst room, which is what our current setup is to right now. And this as a guild, you probably also want to be done with before this weekend. It's not too big a deal if not. However, of course, you will have to take some time out of not farming Vault to do those battles, which isn't too much of a time sink, but you know, it could add up. Anyways, we already got a Vow Ravens. That's good to see. Hope all you guys been doing well. Let me see. I need to move this over so I could actually see chat while we're playing. If we're going to do this on a weirder screen setup, there we go. Let's see. It's not exclusively new pets that drop, but I feel like you see them way more than expected. What specifically? Anyone notice that the pet drop rate seems to be favoring newer pets? I don't know. I have been noticing slightly more newer pets recently. At least whenever I activate them. I don't think they actually did anything to them, though. I know there hasn't been any patch that has said they have. I know that much. If they actually have or not is within question, though I'm pretty sure they haven't. And it probably just feels like it has. Oh, what do we even need here? I guess we'll just take a skull. Oh, he really needs that AoE damage so we could just go win. There we go. But yeah, we should be getting a patch next Tuesday, of course, as you guys probably saw. We did not get a patch last night, which means there's pretty much a 100% chance we get a patch on next week's Tuesday. Obviously, there's still a small chance we don't. However, if they're going to do a Halloween event, which they have mentioned they are going to do, though if they still do it is within question. But if they're going to have a Halloween event, they kind of have to do it next Tuesday. Because, you know, it's the final Tuesday before they can finally do it. Because otherwise, Halloween would already passed. Let's see. Are we wormholing tomorrow? Yes, we will be streaming the wormholes for Fall Guys. We'll be probably starting that around noon. But yeah, we'll start around noon and probably go for a couple hours. I'm not sure how long the event's going to take, but there's some interesting squad modes, if nothing else. So we'll probably do everything we need to do for the event, while also doing the squad modes with anyone who wants to join in. But yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow around noon, Fall Guys, for a couple hours. Because they do have a special event going on. It's basically like Portal. Well, not exactly like Portal. But essentially like Portal. There's a bunch of portals. This is the main gimmick. And they're adding it to like a billion different stages. All Zephyrus is awful. Technically, it's better to not take the higher level one, but it's the one who's in like the quickest clicking location, so I'm still going to click it. Because once you hit 31 plus battles, it's just going to keep cycling the same battles over and over again anyways. Also, my other computer is being particularly slow today. One thing I need to go do with that computer probably this weekend is literally just wipe every single thing from it that I'm currently not using anymore. Because, gosh, that computer has been getting super slow lately. Though it is almost a decade old. Actually, this summer it'll be 1 decade. So it's 9.5 years right now. It's getting there. Alright, let me go mute it so we don't hear ourselves. Oddly enough, it's not actually making any noise, which is weird. There's audio on my stream, right? Oh yeah, there it goes. Let's see. Okay, now I can see chat over there. Problem though, it's so miniature. How do I make it bigger? Let's see. I think just zooming in on this page works. Let's hope so. About to find out. Okay. Let's see. We'll take the yellow over there. Get a barbecued chicken sandwich. Nice. Oh, so hello, Chris. Welcome, welcome. You think they up the drop rate right before the Vault weekends? Possibly. Of course, we do have a Vault weekend this weekend, and we are going to be getting a lot of pets during that. Depending on how active your guild is, theoretically a pet every hour if you're online during the time. Let's see. What do we need here? I'll take that one over. Oh, and that's our final battle for that. Still need the guild doing a little bit more, though. Where are we? We should be like dead center. I think we still have some zeros, though. Oh, no, they all did at least some. Nice. That's technically 0. It'll get there. Yeah, we're kind of just in the middle. Which is weird because I'm so used to being like almost dead last in score. And Isabel and El Loco still carrying us as they normally do as far as points are concerned. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's go do the Legends Reborn real quick, then we'll go hand out a code. Actually, you know what? Let's do dungeons first. So far, the last 2 days, we've had top 3 both times. It's not where dungeon's located. Yeah, let's go to dungeons. See if we can get lucky here. Boom. No! Stay. Let's try it again. Boom. No! Trap. No! It's bottom 3 for the 6th time! Are they sure they changed the RNG? Because I have bottom 3'd so many times. It's at least like 6 or 7 at this point. Like, it's so many times I have lost track of how many times it's been bottom 3. Alright, that's not the team I need. Well, I might as well just run it. Zugoff. Nothing wrong with a Zugoff. Also, hello, Defiant. Welcome, welcome. Good old Zugoff build. It technically kills anything. The reason you generally don't run it for everything, though, is because it's slower for some things. However, for this mode, it's perfectly fine speed. Especially as we start getting deeper and deeper into the floors. Because we are eventually going to hit floor 20. It might take us till next year, but we shall hit floor 20. Or floor 20. It's funny because when I was saying floor 20, it sounds like I was saying 420 instead of floor 20. Because the words are so similar. It caught me off guard for a second. Those that track Dungeon Keeper are keeping their mouth shut this time. I wouldn't be surprised if there's still a way to manipulate it. I wish there wasn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if it comes up again. It won't really matter eventually, though. Especially once they add Dragonite Gnome, which I'm not sure if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. But once Dragonite Gnome comes into the game, like, everyone will have infinite Dragonite. It'll be basically the new war coin, where no one needs it. Yeah, there we go, slightly more Dragonite. How many are we at these days? Aren't we almost at 1,000? We are at 1,060. Yeah, we actually just passed 1,000. Actually, last night we would have been exactly at 1,000. I didn't even notice. Yeah, last night we were at exact 1,000 on the resources there. Oh, also, I did see this earlier. We do have a double Imperial today. Go grab that next. Very juicy. You got a perfect run today? Congrats, Supernova. Very, very nice. Can you craft one of the new dragons? I have enough to craft 2 of them. Oh, you mean one of the new dragon weapons? Yes. We could actually theoretically do that at any point. Even right now. It's just a really useless weapon, so I just haven't bothered clicking the button yet. But we could. It's there. Taunting us. Menacingly. But yeah, we can craft the blue one. It doesn't really do anything, though. Like, in every circumstance, you're better off with blue book. Compared to blue, whatever on earth that weapon is. And even the better version of it's kind of bad. Like, it might get situationally used, but there isn't much of a purpose for it. But I'm still only at one perfect run ever. And it was when it was off stream too, which is kind of funny. Nice little cascade there, always great to see. Also, we never did gain that level yesterday, did we? We need to go get that. Also, I need a quicker kill team here. Wait, can we actually kill this out with this level? Probably could. Let me just do Rowain though. Which reminds me, I still haven't moved those Rowain teams down from when I showed them for the video earlier. They're still all the way down there. Off stream doesn't count, so we've never gotten a pure dungeon then. Yeah, I'm just hoarding all my Dragonite until they change the format. For how much Dragonite you need relative to when they're going to be adding like Dragonite Gnome and all that, I'm just hoarding all mine. And then hopefully by then they have a way to target eggs or some similar mechanic. And then we'll just finish it out all at once. Because it's pretty much my game plan. Is just hoard Dragonite until they do a patch. It'll either be the first or second patch of next year. If it's first patch, it's probably in January. If it's second patch, it's probably in March. And then by then, we're just good to go. We're just going to hoard it all until then. Hey, so, have we finished all the main events? Other than pet, because pets, we don't need pet. Unless we just want some pet food. Which we have way more than enough of these days. So yeah, let's go ahead at the code. Let's see how long it takes me to copy-paste it into this chat right now. I'm clicking the paste button. It has not come up yet. It still hasn't come up. It still hasn't come up. There it goes. And there's the code. Use on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. I might as well use it right now. Your invite code is found in your settings menu, whatever game says right over there. To use the redeem code, it's over at gemsofwar.com. We go over to here. And then if we go copy-paste the code from chat, and put it over into this redeem code section, and put in the invite code, whatever you have in the corner of settings, and then put in the code that's in chat starting with PDD, it gives us 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold as per usual. Only usable on PC mobile version of the game, and definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. There you guys go. Anyways, in other news, I guess we just farm now. We've pretty much done all the things we need to do. Oh, except for one. Duh, I mentioned it earlier. Let's go do the Legends Reborn real quick. We gotta do the higher range. Honestly, I might as well zook off this then. Because 110, it's decently high. Like, there's almost Explorer 12 level. It's like Explorer, what, 10, 11? But, yeah, might as well just bring out Zugov. So we want to mess around with some other insta-kill team. Because it's around that area. Do treasure maps. I will eventually do a 12-hour treasure hunt stream. If they ever update treasure hunts. When on earth they're ever going to update treasure hunts, who knows? Hopefully sometime next year. Maybe we'll see a roadmap around the anniversary time. And on that roadmap will be like, we're going to do a treasure hunt rework this month. Or, you know, not that exact month, but this month specifically, whatever they mention. You know, sometime later next year. And then it will be like, oh yeah, we'll go do it then. But, yeah, treasure hunts, I don't know. I really like treasure hunts. Just the payout is not worth doing in the current state of the game. It's still theoretically the quickest way to infinitely gain gems. But Tribute gives so much these days that why would you ever want to? Like, if you just click the Tribute button like 2 or 3 times, you've gotten more than an hour's worth, or especially when you click it 3 times. You get more than an hour's worth of doing treasure hunt just by clicking Tribute 3 times. At least super late in the game anyways. But yeah, definitely make sure to get the Legends Reborn battles in either today or tomorrow. There'll still be one Legends Reborn we'll have to do on Friday, Saturday? I think it's Saturday. But aside from that, it's good to have this other one done just so you don't have to do it then. Gnomes can still appear here, but they're going to be really slow since you have to use Explore 12 team pretty much. Or any kind of high Delve team that you want to use. Or, you know, kind of anything around this level range. Pretty much anything you'd normally run for Explore 12 would work for this. Let's see. Have we been happy with any rework that they have done recently? Oh no, that is true. When was the last good rework? That is a good question. I know one of the biggest ones was last year. We got Nomapalooza, which was the most broken rework they ever did in both a good way and a bad way. Mostly a good way. Like, it was so good they had to nerf it a billion times, but then even then it's still like 100 times better than what it was before. Or at least realistically like 10 times better. Because 10 times better is not even an exaggeration. Like, the average for a Vault weekend was like 12 to 30 keys before Nomapalooza. After Nomapalooza, it's like 100 to over 1,000. Yeah, that was one of the bigger things they've done in the last year or so. Because that was summer of last year, not this year. Because that's still pretty recent. Like, Nomapalooza's felt like they've been around forever. But, it's only been a little over a year. Can you please click the thing? Thank you. I said, hello, Jonian! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm trying to think of all, like, the biggest, like, really good updates they've done in the last several years. I know medals were added in 2019 around this year. Actually, pretty much exactly this time, that year. Because it was sometime, like, in late October. So this time last year, they added, this time 3 years ago, they added medals. Last year's summer, they added Nomapalooza. I think what other really big useful ones they added. Because the most recent year, what's probably the biggest thing we've gotten? I guess technically the mimics. Like if you're from a resource perspective or a quality of life perspective, it's probably the mimics to cut down on token grinding. The only problem is they were very minimal at cutting down the token time. Like, it seemed like it could be very easy to, like, before we know exactly what it was going to be. Like, the premise of what it was going to be was like, oh, it's going to cut down token time by a lot. And then it came out and it's like, well, it cut down token time, but, you know, not by as much as you'd kind of think it would. It almost reminds me of what happened to the arena rework, but not to such a degree. Where the arena rework got reworked, but then it wasn't reworked hard enough. Explore 12 was somewhat like that. But it was still beneficial. Passively. Because you're already going to be doing it anyway, so any amount of rework to it was a benefit. Because they could have done no rework to it and people would still be doing Explore 12. Whereas Arena and Treasure Hunts are those kind of modes where, unless they get reworked again, they're not going to be really played ever. Or almost ever. Yeah, mimics were good, but they came with that one mythic that was hard to get. I didn't mind the hunt, though. The only issue with the hunt is that you don't get any closer the more you do. Whereas something like the Dragonite, you're technically getting closer. Though the weird part about Dragonite, of course, is if you get a wrong egg, you're not getting any closer. But it's one of those, like, incremental materials. So even if you're not getting, perfect factions or perfect dungeons, you're still getting progress on it. A lycanthropy followed by bomb gems. Oh gosh, yeah. Lycanthropy is the worst power gem they ever added by far. I think the worst part about Lycanthropy isn't even necessarily the Lycanthropy gem, but the fact that Lycanthropy counts as a status effect. Because one of the worst things it did is it counts as a status effect when you place all status effects. So this makes anything that does random status effect a lot worse. It also, most notably, makes Essence of Evil worse. Because Essence of Evil saw a drop in usage once Lycanthropy came out. Not a huge drop, but prior to that, it was way more common than it is now. Like, it's still good, but Lycanthropy makes it have a high chance of being bad. Because there's a higher chance you're going to Lycanthropy it than Deathmark kill it. You get 8 power orbs. Should you craft Zugoff or Enrage? You should always craft Zugoff first. Enrage Karandera is useful, but not Zugoff level useful. But yeah, when it comes to 8 power orbs, Zugoff's always first. This is really, really good. Because Enrage Karandera is more of a utility troop, whereas Zugoff is like a whole archetype of team. Where like entire teams get built around him because it's so decent. Such as what we're using right now. Whereas Enrage Karandera is more so just a utility troop that normal Karandera actually does better in many situations. There's a lot of teams that much prefer having normal Karandera than Enrage Karandera. The main benefit Enrage Karandera has is it's one of the only few troops that has immune to like almost everything. So sometimes it's combined with Leonis Tower and 2 other agile troops. It's like it's an alternative form of like a Zugoff counter, which is kind of funny. Like Zugoff is so strong that like the other troop has to be used just as a counter for the other thing. It's because Zugoff's so strong. Hello, Marcelo. Welcome. How have I been doing? Pretty good. I heard you talk about dragon eggs. You're missing one of the dragons? Nice. Only one? Very nice. I'm still missing 2, but I'm not opening any eggs until they change the format. Because it's exceedingly unlikely we'll get lucky enough to actually get it off those eggs. I'm just kind of hoarding it all. Because I know if I open them, they're just going to be double repeats anyways. How many more do we have here? Okay, we still have a small handful. But better to do them now than during Vault Event. He's just going to slow us down during Vault Events. Yeah, it's almost here too. What is that? 30 hours from now we got Vault Event starting? I'll be grinding it both on stream and off stream. We're not going to have any midday streams specifically for Vault Event grinding. But when we do our normal nightly streams, we'll probably go a little bit longer to get some more grind in. Actually, our only other midday stream this week is probably going to be tomorrow for Fall Guys around noon. Since they're doing some kind of special event. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Oh, I could just take a skull. Whoops. And kill that out. Speaking of which, I don't feel like many games are doing much for Halloween this year. Like, Gems of War is not even doing their patch until, like, the final week, right before Halloween. And everything else I play doesn't seem to really be doing much for it. Everyone's skipping the holiday this year. Yeah, Fall Guy's still a lot of fun. It has gone up and down in popularity over the years. Mostly down. But, I don't know, it is still one of my favorite games that have come out in the last few years. Not my absolute favorite in the last few years, but among them. Because I like the Battle Royale genre, but I don't like shooters. The problem is, like, 98% of all Battle Royales are shooters. So when a non-shooter Battle Royale comes out, it's nice. Orcs Must Die co-op with users. We do need to go try Orcs Must Die 3 at some point. Maybe we'll even play through all of Orcs Must Die 1 and 2. I played them ages upon ages back. Like before YouTube channel days. Yeah, maybe we'll go through the whole Orcs Must Die series at some point. Are they doing a sale on it yet? Because I do kind of want to wait till Orcs Must Die 3 goes on a sale or something. And then we'll do like the whole series from 1 to 3. I already own 1 and 2. I just never owned 3 because it was initially a Stadia exclusive, which means no one bought it. And then eventually came over to Steam, but when it came over to Steam, I kind of forgot it existed. I still haven't bothered getting it yet. Because I think it's been out for a couple years now, hasn't it? But the first year was like Stadia exclusive or something. And when it actually launched, it didn't have much fanfare because it was Stadia exclusive, so it had no hype. Kind of like when things release on Epic Games, then comes over to Steam, and then it's like, wait, that game exists? Because it kind of just dies on the other platform before it even gets ported to the other one. The Orcs Must Die is a pretty fun game. It's basically a, it's kind of like a... I'm not sure how you would really describe it. It's kind of like a tower defense where you have a hero you control to attack with. If that makes sense. But it's like an alternative tower defense kind of game. And what do we have against the orcs? Oh, why did I do that? I could have actually flame referred into full mana. Oh, final battle. Yagway time. Get him out. And we're good to go. It's out in January or July 2021. Wait, has it been on Steam for that long? Or is that when it became Stadia exclusive? It's actually been a while then. What kind of songs do I like? Oh no, I don't really listen to music much these days. But if I was to, oh no, I kind of like almost anything. I'm not really much of a music person. Which is funny because I was in band for like years. And I even used to compete in percussion competitively. But as far as like actual mainline music, like generally I'm not a huge fan of like vocal music. Which realistically, as far as things that get like super popularized and rotated around, it's like 80 to 90% of the more like sellable music. Because very rarely, like you're not gonna hear, like very rarely is someone gonna release an album and that album is literally all instrumentals. Like obviously someone's doing vocal for it because they need like a figurehead to make it more popular and everything like that. Like it's not really something that gets done that often. Let's see. At least not to a popular degree. What am I looking for? I'm looking for probably just Explore 12. Because we have done all the things. So let's go do some Explore 12. Aren't orcs and trolls related, are they? Orcs are always bigger than trolls, though. Like, when I think of troll, I think of, like, a very crafty kind of, like thin green creature. Whereas when I think of orc, it's like big, red, menacing, gigantic axe creature. Also, I would like some mana. Thank you. Hey, we found a mimic! I found one! Kind of. It says he's a mimic. His troop card says mimic. Repeats are not a problem until you have 4 of them. That is somewhat true about the dragons. However, realistically, you're never using more than 2 of any one dragon. Like, there's almost no circumstance where you can get away with that, compared to using a different option. Like, there are some teams where you can get away with 2 of them. But there is almost no team where you're using 3 or 4. Well, definitely none with 4. But there's basically none you would use with 3 either. And most mythics are like that. Like, Zugof's insane. And you can kind of do a team with 2 Zugofs. But you can't get away with like 3 or 4 Zugofs. Definitely not 4. But even 3 is overly pushing it. And most mythics are that way just because they have too high of a mana cost to get away with it. We might eventually have a troop that can do it. Like, Wish Gems came pretty close to doing it, but not quite. Where it's like one troop that could theoretically feed 3 mythics. Like, Wish Gems is probably the closest mechanic we have to making that work. And even that doesn't do it fully. Or I should say consistently. Because it does do it fully. It just is not consistent with how it does it. But yeah, now that I think of it, I can't even remember the last time I've heard modern music. Because I don't go to movies. I don't listen to radio anymore or anything like that. So I haven't heard a modern song probably in like 3 or 4 years. Not counting video game music, obviously. But, you know, as far as, like, normal songs. I'm not missing much. That sounds about right. Oh, was the radio on while we were talking? I was focusing on what we were saying, so I didn't even realize the radio was on. That was a couple years ago, though, wasn't it? I'm losing track of time. Oh, no, that was post-peak. No, that was like a year and a half ago. I don't recall a single thing that was playing on the radio, though. Your wife asked if you're just an AI bot. Out of sync with most pop cultures. Oh no, that started to happen to me as soon as I got out of college. Like, I felt like a boomer the second I got out of college. Because I cannot relate to modern culture anymore. Like, at all. I just powered down in between streams. Oh, let's see. I'll take that one over. Your wife noticed you did not answer yes or no. Confirmed. True. I don't feel like I ever give yes or no answers. I'm like a politician. I'll give, like, it could be a yes or no question, and I'll probably answer it with like 1,000 words. Speaking of which, US elections in a couple weeks that I will not be voting in. I'm never sure who's running in my area. I already know what side won. Like, they don't even need to hold the election. Like, it's already decided. I don't even know who's running, and I already know who won. Which is kind of sad on the state of elections. Let's see. Take that one over. Still no mimics. They're out there somewhere. So, Hellcrag, why not? Wait, is that on Explore 1? It is. I should go change that. Tacit lives on planet Zork. Oh, isn't that one from Invader Zim? I never did watch that full series. I've seen like a couple episodes here or there. I heard it's really good. I've never bothered watching all of it. Or even most of it. I've only seen like a very small amount. Are there any TV shows you're currently watching or books you're reading? Nope. I haven't watched TV in about a decade. Or, you know, as far as like... Well, I'm not sure what you'd count as like watching it. Because I have like been a bystander in watching it. But as far as like actively going and watching TV, I have not done it in about a decade. And books, I have not actually read a single book since college. I've always been more of a writer than a reader. Like, I still read things, just not specifically books. Obviously, you kind of have to read things just naturally, but you know. I don't know, I've never been a big book person. I'm also a very slow reader, which doesn't help with that. Because reading an entire book's already a long activity. And it takes me probably like 2 to 3 times longer than the average person to read one. Like, there are like 5th graders with a higher reading speed than I have, probably. I read game reviews. I actually generally don't look up game reviews. Also because they normally have spoilers in them. Because I know when we did like Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I was glad I didn't look up any reviews or even looked at any of the trailers. Because there was a lot of stuff I'd even know about that if you... I looked at the trailers like after the fact, after we're already finished. And even the trailers spoil a lot of stuff that you wouldn't have known about if you just, you know, started playing the game like we did. Lester, no. Actually, I don't even look up anything like that. Like, ever. I read a lot of game text. True. Especially when I have to go voice act an entire game. And I use the term voice act very, very loosely. More like just reading it in standard voice. Because I'm so bad at doing alternative voices. Do I voice them off stream too? No. Though I do talk to myself off stream. Like, even before I had a YouTube channel... Also, we're almost losing this fight. What's going on? But, even before I had a YouTube channel, I would still, like, talk to myself while I would game. So it wasn't that too big of a jump going to streaming. Because I was already kind of doing that. Also, this is slightly concerning. Oh, I gotta get a really lucky Zugoff here. Problem is, he has, like, no mana. Oh, was that just sitting there? Whoops. Alright, well, there we go. That was a strange fight, but there we go. Anything good? Nope. Nothing good. Let's go for Leonis. Also, gosh, I'm, like, sitting on my hand right now. Or not even sitting, like, pressing my side against it, and gosh, I cannot feel my arm now. It has, like, no pressure. John. We do other things. It's just I don't talk about all the other things on the channel. Sometimes we do, though. Any updates on the bullet hell game? No. Not at the moment. Though it is kind of funny. Because I actually have a friend who also ended up making one recently for his college project. And there's actually a beta for it on Steam right now, and I was considering streaming it. It's not finished yet or anything. It's also not my game, it's his game. But I found it kind of funny. Is he was actually doing one for his college project. I think he's like a junior or senior in college right now or something, I don't remember. What's a typical day like for us? I don't know, it kind of varies depending on what we're doing on that day. Because I have like no really set schedule other than us streaming every single night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Aside from that, every single day I just kind of wing as we go along. Is my friend also a robot? No. Android, not robot. Actually, we're almost getting a level here. Actually, might as well go all the way. We're so close to getting a level, we might as well just keep going until we get it. That'll bring us to 1,764. And then this weekend, we'll hopefully gain like 3 or 4 levels. At least 1 level per day, I would assume. Depending on how much we farm, obviously more than that. Our software is like 10 years old. It actually is most of the stuff I'm using. Because I'm using one of the more outdated Photoshop versions because you don't have to pay for it every single month. It's just like a flat price and then you get it. I'm using... Well, OBS is constantly updated. This game's almost a decade old. As well. And the other computer is like 9.5. But the one we're actually streaming off isn't. Like this one we got like a couple years ago. A lot of my equipment isn't too old. Actually, the oldest piece of equipment we have, there's 2 things. One is the keyboard I'm using for the other computer is as old as the other computer. It's like 9.5 years. And the mic we're using is 7 years old, which is one of the reasons I was considering replacing out the mic. Because as far as equipment we're actually using on this current computer, it is actually the oldest piece of equipment we're using on our modern setup. We got this like right at the start of when we started streaming, which at this point is about 6.5 years ago. Barbara, that is true. You also have to keep in mind, I do walk to a lot of places, which makes, like, everyday things take a lot longer, too. Like, getting groceries normally takes hours whenever I do it. Because I walk there, walk back. And I can only carry so much, obviously. Let's see, what do we take here? We'll take that one for now. I'm just gonna go for Flamer for there. They're so close to that level. Yeah, despite being so close, it's gonna feel forever because of how the bar moves. There's like 100 battles where it all looks like it's almost there, it's almost there. And it never actually gets there. Windows 3.0. Wait, did that actually ever exist? Also, do any of you guys use Windows 11? I keep seeing a thing like, you should go download Windows 11. And I will never click that button. You had Windows 1.3 when you were, or 3.0 when you were a kid, oh gosh. Yeah, I still use Windows 10 on both computers. John. Oh, nah, that's not the kingdom I want, is it? Let's see, we take that one then. He's somehow still not dead. Let's take that then. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was asking. I'm just sticking with 10 for now, though. It's the version that they add solitaire to, really? Which one? The, Wait, what number were we referring to? Because I know my dad used to always play it on the old Windows computer. A little solitaire thingy on it. Oh, Windows 3.0, nice. That and that one pinball minigame I remember. When did they finally get rid of the pinball minigame? Because that was a fun one. The little Windows pinball or whatever it's called. It wasn't called that. It was called probably like Galactic something. Or maybe even just pinball. Yeah, the window button. The main thing I hated about Windows 11 layout when I first saw it. I'm not sure if you could change it or anything, but it looks like a Mac. And I hate the format of a Mac. Like, it literally looked like a Mac format, which I do not like. Oh yeah, that Pinball Space Cadet, that was it. Gosh, that thing's ancient. Not super ancient. Ancient for my time. Because that was like the late 1990s. Early 2000s. Still not a single good chest. Very unfortunate. So where are all the multipliers at? There it is. Zolkerry. Come on, level already. We're not stopping until we get that level. Who knows? Maybe we'll even hit level 1070 this weekend. Or 770, I mean. Because it's basically 2 levels per day. Is what it would come out to. Definitely at least doing 1 level per day, that's for sure. During a Vault event weekend. Oh, you are impervious, aren't you? That's a thing that exists. You need autoplay for the Legends Reborn event. It's basically just Explore 12. So it's kind of weird that it doesn't have autoplay. Because it's essentially just... It literally just is Explore 12. Like Explore 12 without Mythic Battles. Or, you know, without the rotation that it has. But the deeper levels of it literally just is Explore 12 in a different format. Like as far as the approximate battles and the difficulty that you have for it. Well, they were going to do that for a while, like some kind of way where you could replay the storylines. The way they did it definitely isn't ideal. It's fun to reread them in a new format, though. That I do like. But the actual battles wasn't really much of an innovation for it. But I do like that there is like an incentive to at least go and read through them again. Since you actually can, whereas before you couldn't at all, unless you did it through like a third-party resource. Yeah, 5 times is a bit much. That's 5 times over the course of 2 weeks, so it's not that bad. It was like almost 1 time per day, like in a week. That would have been really bad. But it's spread enough that it's, you can kind of see it as like the daily explorers. Because what would the average come out to? If it's 14 days, it's 24 battles, or at least this set is. So that's 110 battles. 110 battles divided by 14 is what? 8 battles per day? Somewhere around there. It's like approximately 8 battles per day. Which is like 2 rotations in Explore 12. Kind of. Not exactly. That's about what it comes out to. Please give us something good. Gosh, these chests are bad. Okay, we're gonna go for like 1 or 2 more, however much we need to go get that level. And this is the moment where we have to stare at a completely filled EXP bar until it finally says we gain a level. I wonder if they're ever gonna actually add a numerical number. It's interesting because the other game, you know, their Puzzle Quest 3 that they have, in that game it actually tells you how much EXP you need to your next level. It's always found it strange that Gems of War never did. It never does. That reminds me, how many people are playing Puzzle Quest 3 these days? Let's see. Oh, isn't it called SteamCharts.com, not Steam Chart? It is. You know, I'm about to just Google it. Actually, no, it's Steam Charts. Let's just do that. I always type it wrong. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Puzzle Quest 3. How bad have they been doing recently? Like, I wouldn't mind covering content and everything for Puzzle Quest 3. It's just these numbers are depressing to bother even attempting it for. If it would ever even load. Did I just freeze my... What's going on here? Hello? I froze their website. It doesn't even want to load it. Oh, also, Sims 4 went free to play earlier, by the way. Maybe we should go stream it. I still have never tried Sims 4. Like, look at that spike. That's like exactly when they went free to play. Like that spike right there. Yeah, they went 100% free to play pretty recently. Anyways, this isn't going to load apparently, but it's small number. Anyways. Also, we got mail. 5. Yeah, 5 times is quite a lot. It would have been better if it was like 3 times or something. If anyone's still any other questions, anything you want me to go over, do let me know. As soon as we get this level, probably call it a wrap. Oh wait, we just gained a level art. Gosh, I auto-click through every menu in this game so naturally that I don't even notice when I get levels anymore. Oh, John, that's funny. Actually, that's something I haven't had in a while. Hot chocolate. Which is funny because I actually have it in the house. I'm just always never bother making it. Because it has been starting to get colder here lately. I think the biggest issue is in this area. It's basically summer like almost all year long. So there's not as much of a time to end up drinking hot chocolate. Or hot cocoa. Well, same difference. But it has been getting a little bit colder here lately. Not like super, super cold. But cold for what this area would normally get. Let's see, we'll take that one down. People drink coffee year-round, even in the desert. Oh, I would never drink coffee. I've even been trying to stay away from caffeine lately whenever I can. Except for in teas, because I like teas too much. But not counting teas, I've been starting to stay away from caffeine. Which I guess technically isn't staying away from caffeine, isn't it? Like, teas aren't as high in caffeine, but you know. Generally speaking, they're lower than like soda and coffee most of the times. I should have hit Megavore. Not just because it might randomly kill us, but also because it's impervious. Let's see what we get in our final chest here. Anything good? Hey, finally! The one mimic we were looking for. Well, technically we were looking for way more than one, but hey, we got one. Perfect. All right, let's see what we get in our final chest here. Is that minimum a mimic? And it might be a super mimic. Find out in a moment. Perfect chest to end on. Though you know it's going to be double guard. Or sorry, I mean quad guard. Because it can't actually be double guard. It'd be 4 times. All right, come on, 5 times chest. Nope. Okay, let's see what we get. Come on, Nisha, Anu, anything. That is technically anything. Come on, 6 rather than 4. Yeah, 6 Orpheus. I'll take it. That means we got a triple Orpheus going to 6 Orpheus instead. Could have been way worse. Could have been way better. But we got a Medal of Orpheus out of it. And a tribute's ready. And we got mail randomly. Ooh, a 31 tribute for 30 gems. Nice. Great to see. Oh yeah, that was our level up bonus. It was just funny because I noticed the mail that said we had new mail, but I didn't notice the level up bonus. It's funny. But as Genki mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on our stream. Helps a lot. As per usual, is greatly appreciated. So tomorrow, we'll be doing 2 streams. Obviously, one will be our normal Gems of War stream, as we do every night, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll be messing with the class events, trying to get as much as we possibly can done before the Vault event this weekend. And then we got the big Vault event grind. And aside from that, we will have a midday stream at noon tomorrow. We'll be probably going for only a couple hours, but we'll be doing Fall Guys. They have some kind of special event, so we'll do that. Do squads for they actually have some interesting side modes right now too. So we'll do like the main event thingy that they have for it. Get all the rewards from that. Maybe do it in a squad if we can, and then do the other side modes if anyone's interested. And we'll just kind of do that around midday then. Anyways, guys, and then we got Vault weekends very soon, TM. What is that? Like 29 hours from now or so. But anyways, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Best of luck. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching as per usual. Oh, wait, I need to go update my Mimic number. Wait. Mimic. Because if I don't do it now, I will forget. Let me add a 1 right there. Boom. 114 2 times. 21 5 times. There we go. For a total of 135 Mimics found since it came into the game last February, I believe it was. Anyways, guys, catch you later.